Good morning, man. What an amazing day. I'm just enjoying this. I was reading this morning an article in a magazine. For some reason, I fell in love with Boston. So I saw my news that I read, because I don't watch the news, but I have the Boston Globe. I have all this stuff from Boston. And I think I need to get back to, maybe I need to get back to Boston, get to the East Coast. I also need to go see my sister. Anyhow, I was reading about this Kara Goldin, and this lady was pretty cool. She used to drink like 10 Cokes every morning. She had bad acne. She was heavy. She got tired of it, so she decided she was going to start her own drink. So she got some fruit peels or whatever, different fruits and stuff, and she started boiling it to make her own, like a flavored water and stuff. And she started drinking that, and then she started her own company. And after about 6 months, she was in some stores and stuff around the area that she was in, and it was pretty cool because in 6 months she was getting ready to give up. So she had this friend with Coca-Cola, and she's like, can you connect me with somebody? They connected with an executive of Coke to try to sell the company to them, the concept to them, because they were buying all these beverage companies at that time. And the guy, they're sitting in a meeting, and the guy goes, "Sweetie," they called her Sweetie, and she just blanked out. Well, he started talking about how people want sweets. They want stuff that's sweet. Hers was just naturally flavored. And she was so insulted by this guy calling her that, she said, "Screw you." She went out and she ended up taking all this new awakening that she had, and she built this huge company, from this little thing that she was getting ready to give up after 6 months to $100 million company. And it's funny because her friend with Coca-Cola said they were at a sales presentation, and here was her picture, and her product was sitting there, and it was under things saying, "We don't want this company to compete with our stuff." So she became that person that they were looking at, this powerful company that I just thought it was pretty cool to talk about that. So what does it take for us to wake up and decide, screw you, I'm going to show you what I'm made of. My wife and I, a long time ago, moved to Columbus. I just got a new job with the company. I was probably with them for 5 or 6 months, and I was a chef here in Toledo. And I started doing some stuff for some executives with Ford and Chrysler, starting to do a lot of executive parties, and I started traveling for the company, and doing very well. They had all these executive chefs, these corporate chefs, and here's this little guy from Toledo, still growing as a chef, started taking up all these functions. People would call me to start prepare on do all these caterings for them. Within 6 months, I was offered a job as a corporate chef in Columbus. I took the opportunity. I moved my family, and we are so far in debt because we both just recently got out of divorces, and we're still paying for that debt for that we moved. We packed up and moved. And I remember we had one car, a little piece of garbage. It was an Escort, and 2 days, my first day there, 2 days, and I live 6 miles from work. My car broke down. And I opened the hood out the second time. I was crying. I just had to hide this. I'm like, I can't let my kids see this. Can't let my wife see this. I got it started, and it was like 2 times it broke down. The car broke down just in a 6 mile trip. And it's like I had no credit. I had nothing. I had nothing in my life. So I talked to the owner of the company, and I said, I need to get a new car. I'm having problems with our car. He connected with a friend of his. What do they call those? Old school boys, or whatever they call them. Anyhow, this guy, I'm sitting there with my family, with my 2 children and my wife, in his office. He goes, "Let me tell you something. Your problem's not mine. I don't care what on your financial problems, but I think I can help you. But you're the one that screwed up, and I'm going to take care of that for you." Apparently, because my good friend said, "I'm going to buy you I need to help you with a car." And I'm looking like, and I just sucked that up. I just sat there and I'm like, oh my gosh, this guy just belittled me in front of my family. And from that day on, when we left, I never go back and got a car. He actually called me. I said, no, I don't need a car, because my self-esteem wasn't where it is today. It still was building. It was still building. But I proved that guy that he was wrong, man. I got my finances together. I got another car, and I got some nice cars. And I worked towards that. It kind of woke this thing into me, saying, okay, I can do anything I want in life, and I'll never allow anybody to ever do that to me again. And let me tell you, when people try to do that to me, not a good thing to do, because I don't allow it. I wouldn't let anybody do that to me. I would never do that to anybody else, so I don't expect anybody to. You don't do that to somebody. It's just not right. So what is going to wake you up to get you to do those things you want to do in life? What's going to make that happen? You know, does it take somebody to call you sweetie or to belittle you, to wake you up? Sometimes we just go through and allow it and allow it and allow it. I've got friends that allow that, and you can tell because when they're talking to you, they're down, their head's down. You know, their posture is so bad, and you know they're hunched over, and you can just tell they're beaten down. Just because you're that way doesn't mean you can't wake up. You can wake up. You can get going. You can shake yourself and say, hey, wake up, dummy. You got a little short amount of time in this life. You got to make things happen. You know, and I'm going to talk about building a empire. If that's what you want to do, that's great. What I want you to do is to build yourself, build your self-esteem so that you become a better person, so you feel better about yourself, so you love yourself. That's what life's about. That's what life is about. You know, so when I talk about that person, what she did, she got tired of somebody. She was getting ready to give up, and somebody woke her up by insulting her. That's not a good thing. That person woke me up by insulting me 15, 18 years ago, and I never stopped. I never turned back. But I did learn a lesson then. I would never allow anybody to do that to me. And I would never, ever, ever do that to somebody else, because it's just so wrong. It's so wrong. It's probably one of the worst things you can do to somebody. So let's shake yourself. Let's wake up, people. Let's get out there today. It's the weekend. You know, sometimes we got to rest. We got to rest. You know, I got a lot going on today because I just want to get a bunch of stuff done today. I might be doing a live thing today with a good buddy of mine today. We're hoping to make this happen today. So I'll let you know about that. But I'm making today my best day ever. I want you to do the same. Make today your best day ever. Wake up, people. Get your lives in order. Do the things you want to do in life. Become happy. Become wealthy. Who cares? Do whatever you got to do to make yourself likable to you. Don't matter what everybody else thinks, but to you. All right. Love yourself. Love others. And be inspired by others. I'm hoping that my videos will inspire you to do more. And then really look at the people you're talking with, the people you're around, and get inspired by them by watching them, listening to them talk. Take the second, quit thinking about stuff, listen to what they're saying. All right, I love you guys. It's beautiful out. Make today your best. Bye.